Match day 38, the final frontier, the last game of the Pitching In Northern Premier League Midlands season, and the stakes are high at the foot of the table. 5 teams go into the final 19 minutes with a mathematical possibility of relegation. But in all probability, it's a battle between two for survival. Gresley find themselves 3 points adrift in 20th with a minus 53 goal difference. Rugby and Rushden are neck and neck on 29 points, while Cambridge and Coventry Sphinx sit 3 points clear with 6 and 9 goals respectively in their favour. Stranger things have happened in football. We saw that in the Midland League as Highgate overcame a 12-goal deficit to reach the playoffs just 2 weeks ago. But it is as simple as this: a point in Sphinx's final outing here at a Hinckley Leicester Road side, gearing up for the playoffs, and the Sky Blue and White are safe for one last time. Let's dive into the action, sponsored by Cahill Contractors, with commentary from Liam Cook. Coventry Sphinx's squad has been decimated by injury over the last several weeks, especially limiting the Sky Blue and White attacking options. Leo Brown is now Sphinx's only fit out-and-out forward following Leo Wood's withdrawal due to an ankle injury. Captain Callum Woodward misses the final match due to a retrospective ban from the Kozal match back in January. In their place, Ashton Mulder and Alfonso Castellano are called into the starting 11. A highly defensive bench includes goalkeeper Duncan van den Top, centre-backs William Echinkwele and Dawid Pablinski, and attacking midfielder Antonio Cristofaro. Hinckley Leicester Road may have an eye on their playoff journey, but there is still the small matter of securing 4th place and a meeting with Harbour Town. With that in mind, manager Neil Lynn makes 3 alterations from the 1-1 draw at Cambridge City. Simon Alcott is drafted into the midfield alongside Jordan Burrows, while Harry Wakefield joins an already impressive strike force of Don Brennan and Liam Reid. Aaron Nussell, Joe Lynn and Andre Williams drop to the bench. Apologies if we've having some connectivity issues here on the Coventry. It seems to be all sorted now. Earls. There's a 1-2 with Gill. Cut out by Luke Downs, that return ball to Gill. Here's Jack Downs, edged aside by Gill. Humphreys to Wakefield. Caught in possession by Lewis. Guess maybe a little soft from Mr. Stevenson there. It was a good bit of physicality. If you guessed it, waggles his finger at the man in black, clearly unhappy with the decision. Cuts out that ball from Earls, asking a bit too much from Leo Brown. He's quick, but not that quick. You'd need Usain Bolt on rocket skis to get there ahead of Spencer Edwards in that position. Played across to Acton. Probing ball into the Sphinx back line. Draper may have to go home here, but he's under pressure from both sides. Oh, and he just shepherds that ball into touch. We have Dominic Brennan waiting menacingly behind him. That's good play from Jamie Draper, who's preferred to former Coventry City and Dundee centre-back William Ejingwele this afternoon. Ejingwele on the bench along with fellow centre-back and future pro academy starlet David Peblinski, goalkeeper Duncan Vandentop, and attacking midfielder Antonio Cristofaro. Injuries have decimated the Sphinx team in recent weeks. They've been limping rather than roaring to the end of the season. Hard work of previous months has got them over the line, despite the team looking pretty much like a walking A&E. So Jordan Burrows. Read the target, but brought to the chest of Antonio Cristofaro. Now Shorrock. Plays it safe and goes home to the former Sky Blues youngster, Keenan Fallows. Down's the target, but it's headed on to Brennan by Gill. Ben Humphreys, the skipper, to Edwards. He's got options behind if he wants to go safe. He's going to have to, as there was no options in midfield to find. Jared Acton switches the play and controlled by Callum Earls. It's a turn away from Downs. Hinckley inviting pressure on themselves here. Edwards has to scramble away from Leo Brown's desires. Quick pass by Ian Reid, caught Burrows in possession. Hayward, I should say, in with a challenge. The result in a throw-in to Hinckley, just into their own territory. Well, I think we can safely say that Harborough are the champions. They are now 3-0 up after 25 minutes. Anstey only drawing at home to Sutton Coldfield, and even if they were able to take the lead, Harborough would have to drop points, and it's just not going to happen. Harborough are pretty much crowned champions now. Gill down line with Dominic Brennan. Hinckley pushing Sphinx all the way in this move. Gill trying to duck and dive past Jamie Draper. Brennan, patient build-up on this near side of the park. Earls. Trying to push Hinckley away from the area. Down line with Earls, and the Wayside doing a good job of keeping the playoff side Hinckley LRFC out of their own territory. Just like that, Hinckley pushed back all the way to their own goalkeeper. That is fantastic pressing from Coventry Sphinx. Guest's header from Highland's kick. Did that touch the arm of Jordan Hayward? It looked like it did, but the referee says no. In fact, now he has called it. A very belated call by the referee. Was he trying to play advantage? Wakefield snatching the ball away from his nose was Jamie Draper. His clearance got him back into the danger zone by Acton. A bit of help from Liam Reid. Acton's got it back. Reid looks for Humphreys. Luke Downs got there first. A little drag on the shirt from behind, but he... Brilliant dynamics on show by Luke Downs. The through ball to Leo Brown from Jack Downs was just too powerful. Rolls back to Highland. Neither goalkeepers had to make a save just yet. We're almost 25 minutes in. It's been a bit of a cagey performance from both sides. But as it stands, both teams are getting exactly what they want out of this game. Corner losing against Bedworth, so Hinckley are safe in fourth. Coventry Sphinx have got the point they need to mathematically guarantee safety, so they're happy as Larry. At the moment, there's no reason for either team to go after that last goal, but you try telling them that nothing's on the line. It's right into the side netting by Wakefield. Playoffs may be safe, fourth place may be in their hands, but Harry Wakefield's in no mood to let a chance to score passing by. "25 minutes gone at the Leicester Road Stadium. Hinckley Leicester Road 0, Coventry Sphinx 0. And there's been a goal in the game at the Lye Community Stadium. Lye Town lead Cambridge City by 1 goal to 0. So as it stands, Sphinx would go a point clear of Cambridge. They've got a superior goal difference, but it's more buffers in the way of any teams trying to get Sphinx into that relegation zone. Edwards clearance comes off the heel of Jordan Hayward on the far side of the field on the halfway line. Sphinx have been looking good over the last 10 minutes. There has been pressure from Hinckley, but they've dealt with everything, and DeMulder just punts that ball off Acton and gets the throw-in out of it as well. Ashton DeMulder on loan from Solihull Moors. It could be his final appearance in Sky Blue and White, so we hope it isn't. Leo Wood has played his last game on his loan spell from Solihull. He has suffered a broken ankle midweek playing for the Solihull Moors youth team. Of course, wish Leo the very best for his recovery. Cam Moore also injured, another ankle injury. Tyler Haddow was ruled out at the Anstey game, took off at half-time. And, of course, Matty Shipman underwent his knee surgery this week on his ACL injury. We are very hopeful to see Shippo back at some point next year. And we, of course, hope the operation went as smoothly as possible. Down, slips it through to DeMulder, and that was a quick bit of thinking from Humphreys. Quick challenge in from behind on DeMulder, and Lewis Guest just says to Wakefield, get off my ball. Through ball to Leo Brown. Spencer Edwards gets there first and should shield it from the former Alvechurch man, turns and clears. And it will go all the way back to Keelan Fallows. Wakefield puts him under pressure, but nothing that Fallows can't handle. Volley towards Jack Downs. Under pressure from Gill, cushions it out. And he turns to the lines and in hope, asking, is that our throw? I think he knew it wasn't. Newcastle have just equalised in their game against Sheffield United. But looking at the Championship, Coventry still drawing 0-0 at Blackburn. But there's only been 2 goals in the entire league. Swansea 1-0 up at Norwich, and Sheffield Wednesday beating West Brom. So at the moment, it's a very cagey afternoon in the Championship. Did that ball go out from Louis Gill? Yes, it did. Chested it towards the touchline on this near side, just over the white line as he hooked it up the left flank. Spalding 2-0 up in their game over Coleshill Town. Harbour 3-0 up to seal 3rd place. Burrows to Acton. Coming up to the half-hour mark. Neither goalkeeper has had to make a save. Earls. Sphinx pushing everyone back here. Gill. Into the centre it goes with Ben Humphreys, the captain. And it bounces into the penalty area for Wakefield, who's dragging Draper from behind, trying to get a march on him. And focusing on Draper rather than the ball may have given Files the opportunity to race out and collect. It's in the hands of the Sphinx goalkeeper, who's looking pretty in pink this afternoon. Pink to make the Sphinx wink. On an unfortunate slip by Leo Brown allows Spencer Edwards to latch onto it. Opportunity to play it through for Burrows on the right. Here is Jordan Burrows. And deflected out for the throw-in off Finney Shark. He was looking to return to Edwards, who'd made the overlapping run. Edwards is going to leave it for Burrows. Acton's come up as well to offer some support. It is Jared Acton who receives it from the throw. Don Brennan to Jordan Burrows again. Now it's with Reed. A chance to strike perhaps for Humphreys. Follow through on that slide over to Gill. Referee says nothing doing. Cleared as far as Leo Brown. Looking to beat Acton for pace. Acton doing well to stay with him. Leo Brown tried to do it all on his own. He had no help. And he tried to find a way past Edwards with the ball. Couldn't do so. Launched up towards the edge of the penalty area for Wakefield. And he just dragged the standing leg of Finley Shark away. And Shark seems to be in some pain. He's been struggling with a couple of little niggles over the last few weeks. But he's always said he's okay to start, even if he's not feeling 110%. Physio immediately called over by the referee, Mr. Stevenson. Now, if worse comes to worse, you would imagine that Jordan Hayward would slot back into the defence. He is a left winger come left back. Has been playing in the front three for the majority of the season since Shark's arrival. So it would be Hayward at left back and Cristofaro coming on the wing. And Cristofaro is going for a warm-up. Big opportunity for Cristofaro, who's recently been plying his trade at Coventry Copsewood. Well, Anthony Nomet have just taken the lead again through Corey Armeni at home to Sutton Coldfield, so that makes the title race interesting again with Spalding currently 2 up at home to Coleshill. You wouldn't imagine that Harbour are going to slip up, but again, anything can happen in football. And a reminder of the relegation places at the moment. As we go on to the league table, Gresley are 1-0 down at Corby, just to remind you. So they are pretty much dead and buried. They had to win by 13 goals. It's not going to happen. Gresley are gone. AFC Rushden Diamonds, despite leading, are still in the drop zone. They're 1-0 up at Walsall Wood, but crucially, Rugby are leading Boldmere by 1-0. So at the moment, they stay up by just 2 goals on goal difference. Then comes Cambridge on 32 points, who are on minus 35 goal difference, 6 clear of Rugby. So again, it would take a 6 clear of Rushden, so it would take a big goal swing for them to go down. But Sphinx, with this point, and at the moment 10 goals in favour against AFC Rushden Diamonds, they are safe. Finney Shark has returned to the field of play, but Cristofaro, I think he's putting his coat on. It doesn't look like Cristofaro's going to be coming on anytime soon. Shark able to continue. 33 minutes gone, and Earls, well, I think he was asking a bit too much of Gill there. Plays it long, very long, and Gill was not going to reach that ball in a month for Sundays. Imagine Neil Lynn giving his instructions to the Hinckley backline. They don't want to pick up any silly injuries with the playoffs coming up, and at the moment with Quorn losing and Hinckley drawing, it will be Harbour versus Leicester, Hinckley Leicester Road in the semi-finals, and it will be Anstey versus Quorn in the other. Downs. Let's head on only as far as Spencer Edwards. Now it's Wakefield. Burrows to Edwards. It's a high one by Edwards. Well, I'm not too sure what he was looking for there. It was exactly halfway between Wakefield and Burrows. It will be a goal kick for Keenan Fallows, who, as you can imagine, is in no rush. It's a little early for time wasting, but Sphinx have got what they need. Hinckley have got what they need. As it stands, no one needs to make any silly errors. No one needs to stretch themselves too far. No one needs to put their body on the line. But it's anything but a procession this afternoon. Reed. It's with Gill, level with the penalty area. Down on the Callum Earls. Gill again. It's a high cross by Gill, a little too high. A muted appeals for a penalty, as there was a bit of pushing and shoving from Shorrock and Burrows. Referee waves away, protests. Shorrock pirouettes away for the challenge, but gives it away. The referee says that it's a free kick. Again, I believe it was Simon Olcott. Indeed, it was. Shorrock pirouetted in front of Olcott. I think Olcott just clipped the heel of, in fact, it was Ashton de Mulder, the Sphinx man in question. So free kick halfway into Sphinx's backyard. So as it stands, Sphinx can take the lead here, and with Kozel losing 3-0 at Spalding, it's now 3-0 to Spalding, by the way, in the title race. If Sphinx can win here, they would go above Kozel into 15th. Well, the target was 15th or 16th at the start of the season. Sphinx at the moment are in 16th. Joe Percy sent tumbling from Reed, and frustration starting to boil over now for Hinckley. Couple of needless free kicks given away in the last couple of minutes for the home side. 10 minutes until the break. Follows away. Cristofaro. That was Catalano, I should say. And Percy nudged over from behind by Wakefield. This time the referee says no. If anything, that was more of a free kick than the last one. Gill. It's a dangerous ball back to Acton. Nearly gave up possession to Leo Wood. And Hayward charging down Spencer Edwards. He's kept it on that far side. Too close to Edwards. But it's been knocked out of the Hinckley centre-back for a Sphinx throw. DeMorda will take it. Shorrock. Across to Luke Downs. Sphinx not trying to extend themselves. And Shorrock. Misplaced ball. Blocked by Burrows. Now it's with Wakefield. Jordan Burrows in free air on the right. Slips it down the right flank. It's with Liam Reid. Brennan waiting in the area. It's over Brennan, but it may fall for Wakefield. It would have done if not for the header of Percy. And Wakefield has gotten the end of it now. Not in a shooting position. Should play it down line now to Callum Earls, and does. Patient play from Hinckley. Gill forced wide. Right into the corner. Trapped by Luke Downs. But finds his way out. Down line with Brennan. Challenge from behind by his opposite number 10, Ashton de Mulder. Gill skips away from the challenge of de Mulder. Olcott. Spencer Edwards. Brennan trying to get space for the shot. Can't find it, so plays it out wide with Burrows. Edwards barges straight into Jordan Hayward, but even on the deck, Hayward able to pick himself up and get on possession. Tries to play Leo Brown down the left flank, but held off by Olcott and safely backed with Darren Acton. Good sustained spell of pressure for Hinckley Leicester Road. Probably the best we've seen in this game. Aimless cross there by Gill, no one home. Jordan Hayward connected mid-air with the captain Humphreys. It's left Humphreys in a heap. Referee gives play on, and all Hinckley can do is concede a throw-in. As it was Liam Reid racing to keep the ball from going out for a goal kick. He did, but it was right along the line and out for a throw, and Humphreys just needs a minute to dust himself off. No medical help needed. In the games at the bottom of the table, Gresley, again, still losing at Corby. Rugby Town beating Boldmere by 1-0. Rushden and Diamonds beating Walsall by 1-0. At the moment, they're still going down. They need another 2 goals to match Rugby's goal difference. Guest. Powerful hit, but finds Percy on this near side. Good control from the right back. It's for Ashton Namorda, but cushion header across the back line by Acton, out of position, but it's a good job that he is. It's almost as if Hinckley have now gone to a back five, with Acton playing as a centre-back. Here is Acton, Earls. Just playing it safe at the back. Acton, do Hinckley want to get themselves into half-time and regroup and think of a new plan to win this game? Acton striding up from the back. It's with the captain, Humphreys. Earls on the left side of that back five now. Sending Reed on a mission, and Liam Reed should keep it in. Tangle of legs with Lewis Guest. It's Guest who comes away with it. Plays it along the touchline. Downs looking for Alfonso Castellano. It hit the arm of Callum Earls. And Earls booting the ball away. I think the referee giving him the benefit of the doubt there. Maybe believe he didn't hear the whistle before he punched it towards the penalty area. Sphinx wants a yellow card. It's not forthcoming. It's the last game of the season. I don't think the referee wants to be dishing out suspensions that will affect teams months from now when the season gets underway again in late July, early August with the FA Cup. Into the last 4 minutes of the first half. Hinckley 0, Coventry 0. Bring it towards Demorda, flicked on by Demorda. Brown couldn't bring it to feet. Callum Earls has to slice it out on that near side. Inviting more pressure from the away side. John Woodward on the touchline. Sean Thomas allowing Woody to lead the management team today. Percy deflected out of Gill again for another throw, same position. Percy looks for Jack Downs. Just bounces past Downs out for the goal kick under pressure from Lewis Gill. It's played short by Highland to Acton. Thought about going home, but Brown was a little too close for comfort. Now plays it across his own back line to Callum Earls. Gill in space, and he's going to look for Lewis Gill. Well, Gill was already out of bounds by the time the ball was played. So, I'm surprised to see the ball go out for a throw-in. At 10 yards into Sphinx territory. Last couple of minutes before half-time. Percy looks for Leo Brown to over Brown's head, over Acton. Spencer Edwards hooks it into the midfield. Liam Reed. Jordan Burrows looking to get going down the right flank. Bit of space to utilise. Edwards is with him. Spencer Edwards found. Don Brennan. Encased in sky blue in that corner. Gets the throw in. Challenging by Finley Shark. Takes it out. Frame will come as Jordan Hayward launches that ball into the next field. We're going to need another match ball here. More time ticking away. Still 0-0 at Ewood Park as Blackburn Rovers host Coventry City. Throw down line to Edwards. Alcott. All the way back into their own half with Acton. Humphreys. Alcott, was he looking to try and lob? Keelan follows there. He wasn't successful. Percy with Lewis Guest. High one from Guest. Can Downs keep it in? No, he can't. Be a throw in to Hinckley Leicester Road. Session made by Leo Brown from Reed. Solana turns away from Humphreys. Now it's with Percy. Percy as he gets it away, looks for Ashton and Water, headed back where it came from by Earls. Castellano keeps it alive with the head. Now with Leo Brown. Snatched away by Humphreys into the last minute of normal time. Luke Down steams in on Wakefield. Brings it back for the away side. Castellano took it too close to Olcott, but Slide only takes it into the path of Jack Downs. Castellano, first time ball to Ashton Amolda. Looks for Leo Brown, racing onto him, but forced wide of the pressure from Acton. Puts inside to, Castellano just behind it, loses out to his opposite, number 8 in Humphreys. They'll have Sphinx left themselves exposed at the back. Brennan. Draper forces him back where it came from within the half, forced back to the goalkeeper Highland. We are now into added minutes, which I don't think there'll be too many. I don't think there'll be more than 2. Had a couple of injury stoppages, but aside from that, it's been a pretty free-flowing game. We are being informed it's 2 minutes added time. Edwards. Is there a chance for Hinckley to take the lead before the break? Through ball towards Wakefield, and Wakefield's got there ahead of Draper despite the centre-back's best efforts. Edwards. Burrows. Lovely, quick, one-touch football. Brennan tried to cut it inside, and that is a very long advantage from the referee. Trying to allow Brennan to play on as Edwards was took out by, I think it was Jordan Hayward. But the referee, after a good 5 seconds, called it back for a Hinckley free kick. Could be a last chance before the break. Burrows and Gill standing over the dead ball situation. It is going to be Jordan Burrows. But towards the net, and it's not going to cause any sort of issues. Acton able to get his effort goal bound, but it's not going to cause Keelan Fallows any sleepless nights in his last appearance of the season. Coming to the end of the second minute of added time. Fallows down the centre towards Leo Brown. Brown nods it up. Downs is there to help out. Let it bounce. Heads it only as far as Wakefield. Play continues into the 3rd minute of added time. A wayward ball from Gill slices out on this near side for a throw-in just shy of the Sphinx penalty area. Referee checks the watch. Percy. Loose up line towards Leo Brown. Brown is header collected by Humphreys. Still going Ben Humphreys, the captain. Cuts it inside for Wakefield. Chance to strike by Wakefield, forces the first save of the half. Stings the gloves of Keelan Fallows, and that is the last action of the half. Coventry Sphinx are doing what they need to do at the moment, as are Hinckley in their quest to seal 4th place. No goal so far, but it smiles all around for Hinckley and Coventry. 0-0 at half-time. We're back for the second half at Leicester Road Stadium. Half-time score, Hinckley Leicester Road 0, Coventry Sphinx 0. There is going to be a half-time substitution for Hinckley Leicester Road. Coming on will be number 16, Joe Lynn. We're waiting to see who will be withdrawn in his place. Let's take you through a quick run through of the scores in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands at half-time. Anstey Nomads 2, Sutton Coldfield 1, Bedford United 1, Quorn 0, Boldmere 0, Rugby 1, Corby 1, Gresley 0, Harborough 3, Loughborough Dynamo 0, Hinckley 0, Coventry 0, as we said, Lye 1, Cambridge City 0, Shepshed 0, Sporting Cowser 0, Spalding 3, Kozel 0, and Walsallwood 0, AFC Rushton and Diamonds 1. Well, Lynn has taken the captain's armband from Ben Humphreys. It looks to me as if it's a change in the midfield. We haven't seen the substitutes board confirm who's been brought off, but it appears I believe it's Simon Olcott who's been withdrawn. And looking at who's left on the field, it does appear that Simon Olcott has left the game at half-time, and a straight swap with Joe Lynn taking his place in the centre of the park. We're underway for the second half, the last 45 minutes of Step 4 football this season. An early throw-in for Coventry Sphinx with Finley Shark on the halfway line. Looking for Leo Brown, met in the air by Spencer Edwards. Held up well by Wakefield, surrounded by Sky Blue. Sphinx came away with it, but they're a bit too enthusiastic with their hands over Wakefield's shoulders. Let's take a short Edwards. Quick one onto Burrows on the right-hand side. Lovely one-touch football. It couldn't find Wakefield down the right-hand side. Haywood comes away with it now with Leo Brown. Trying to beat Jared Acton for pace. Challenge in by Acton. Well, Brown wanted the free kick, but it will be a throw into Sphinx only. A couple of yards down line from the Hinckley penalty area. Hinckley now shooting towards their fans to the right of us. Shark looking for an option, and he's going to throw it into the corner towards Leo Brown. Juggling it on the line, he's kept it in. He's got to try and find a way out. Challenge from behind by Acton, trips Leo Brown. That will be a free kick. Virtually in a corner position for the Sky Blue and Whites. Well, again, Sphinx have a very defensive bench, and Ejinguele, Pablinski, the only attacking option, Cristofaro, and the goalkeeper, Vanden Top. It will be Cristofaro to whip it in from the left-hand side, our own Spanish midfield dynamo. Cristofaro to deep one. Headed out of the area by Humphreys. Luke Downs tries to keep her alive. Chips it right to Ashton Namor to try to play it through for Luke Downs, but blocked by the body of Spencer Edwards. Luke Downs will pick it up at the back and roll it all the way home to Keelan Fallows. And Fallows distributes it up line again. It's over to Mulder. Crucial header up by Earls, otherwise it would have reached Leo Brown. Earls' header to Humphreys. Cushion down to the feet of Gill. Chops away from Jack Downs. Earls punts it forward. Wakefield. Sorry, trying to escape their own backyard. Here's the captain, Lynn. Joe Lynn finds space with Burrows on the right-hand side. Avoids the challenge of Haywood. Reed. And poor touch from Jordan Burrows, but Edwards Lofts it towards the Sphinx backline, held away by Draper. Into the centre circle it goes with Callum Earls. Gill looking for beat. Joe Percy for pace. Still going. And Gill dispossessed with a slide challenge at Percy at the expense of a throw, level with the box. A poor return ball from Ben Humphries from the throw in. It's a reverse now for Coventry Sphinx. They have the throw. Couple of goals saved at the Premier League. Fulham lead Crystal Palace by 1-0, and Wolves 2 up at relegation threatened Luton. Good pressure on the edge of the area. They can't find a way through at the moment. Here's Castellano. Rolls past Leo Brown. And safely back with Edwards. Under hit ball to Jordan Burrows, allows Hayward to intercept. Jordan Hayward speeding down the left-hand side. Where will he go from here? Hayward's ball diverted away at the near post by Acton. The job finished by Liam Reid, but cut out by Luke Downs. Shorrock pulls it back to Luke Downs. Pocket of space in his own half of the field. Draper. For Ashton DeMola, good chest control by DeMola. Just keeps it in, does he? No. In the attempt to keep it, and he's actually curled it out. In front of the Coventry Sphinx camera. A big thank you to everyone who's tuned in to our first season of live commentary and highlights this year. Coming up towards 200 subscribers. Thank you very much for your support. Subscribe already if you haven't. We'll be trying to put out some of the best bits over the summer. And we're going to get shot. Referee says no. The seconds fall to Lynn on the halfway line. Callum Earls under pressure from Jack Downs, but finds Don Brennan playing a little bit deeper in this second half. Reid, sorry, Boris, did you say, did he take over the line? No, he didn't. Misplaced ball to Edwards. Leo Brown. And Downs looking to meet the run of his brother Jack, or is it going to be Hayward who reaches it first? It will be Jordan Hayward. Jack Downs making himself available in the penalty area. Edwards trying to cover Hayward off. Holds him at bay for now. Down line with Shorrock. Dangerously close to going out. Draper, he'll stumble on the halfway line and forced to skew it out on this near side by Liam Reid. Well, any Coventry fans tuning in at the moment in the Championship, Huddersfield 1, Birmingham 1. As it stands, if Birmingham were to concede a goal, they will be relegated today. Of course, Leicester City gaining promotion last night with Leeds' 4-0 defeat at QPR. Castellano puts it in the space down the right-hand side. If Brown can reach it, he's just a pace behind it. Acton slides it along the left to Gill. Yeah, looks for the run of Liam Reid. And that's great control by Reid. Brings it down on a dime. Challenged in by Draper from behind. He went through Reid, but he got the ball crucially. There is a throw level with the penalty area for Hinckley. Down line with Earls. So back into the area. Callum Earls, can he find a blue shirt in there? No, he can't. Slid out by Percy for a rare corner. Reid offering the short option. And the referee has blown the whistle there. I think too much. Oh, and Hinckley will wish that the referee hadn't blown the whistle there, as it's headed straight in. I think Spencer Edwards with the clean connection off the bunts. But too much holding on the line. Jamie Draper involved. And we will take another set piece. Will it be a repeat performance? Will it count this time? Atkins follows, good clean punch. And the volley into the crowd by Joe Lynn. Goal kick for Coventry Sphinx at this tense time of the season. And it's been a big goal in the game at Lytown. Lie 1, Cambridge 1. So now Cambridge are level on points with Coventry Sphinx, but still behind on goal difference. Harborough are 5-0 up over Loughborough Dynamo. Spalding are 6-0 up over Kozel. So Spalding's title is pretty much secured now. Jack Downs intercepts in midfield through the centre circle to Ashton Namolda. Chip ball looking for Leo Brown. Brown gets there. It's over Acton. Challenge him by Edwards. Leo Brown can get the shot away. Rolls it across the face of goal. Brown did brilliantly to keep the move going all on his own, but the angle was just too tight. And now at the other end, it's with Reed. Burrows racing far post. It won't reach him. Cut out by Luke Downs as it was aimed towards Wakefield. Jack Downs to Demorda. End-to-end stuff in the first 10 minutes of the second half. Neither need to win, but both want to. Brown tried to play it along the touchline, but played it over it. Looking for the through ball to Hayward. Hayward understands exactly what Brown was trying to do. And Hinckley are in no rush either. Quorn have equalised at Bedworth United through Silvio Bello. But still, it shouldn't be enough to catch Hinckley for 4th place. In the relegation threatened games, Rugby still winning, as are Rushden. Burrows, first time ball to Humphreys. Challenged from behind by Luke Downs, forcing Humphreys away. Lynn keeps it alive. And into the area it goes. Brennan onto Lynn. And get at the far post. Plenty of power, couldn't keep it down. Sweetly struck volley, maybe too sweetly struck. As Lewis Guest is staying down. Referee asking Guest if he needs any help. Something to do with his left leg, his knee, I think. But I think Guest is indicating he can continue. There aren't a shortage of centre-back options on the bench of Sphinx in the experienced former Coventry City centre-back William Echinguele. The youngster from the Future Pro Academy, Dawid Peblinski, who played a good few games for Coventry United last season. Keelan Farlow's getting the hurry up from the road army behind him. And I won't repeat what the fans chanted at Farlow's, but needs to say we don't agree. Farlow's has been incredible this season. Gill, as Leicester Road starting to take control, the cross turned away by Lewis Guest, bouncing up towards Leo Brown, got his head on it, but held up by Acton. First of the seconds is Spencer Edwards. Under hit ball collected by Jack Downs, but Downs a little too slow in getting moving. Just gifted it back to Liam Reed. Now it's with Brennan. Tom Brennan, the space in the midfield for Humphreys. Overlap being made by Edwards. Not the quickest of approaches from Hinckley, and not the best of balls from Spencer Edwards. Straight out for the goal kick on the deck. Spalding have just scored their 7th over Kozel. Hat-trick for James Clifton, Glenn Walker, Lamin Sheriff and Tyler Winters all scoring, as well as my old mate Riley O'Sullivan. I must say Riley was loving life last week at Wembley. The back line with Hinckley Leicester Road. Acton, it's not been the most intense of matches this afternoon. Both sides wanted to get through the last game of the season with no injuries, no mistakes. It's run down the left-hand side, curtailed by Luke Downs. His pressure, the last touch coming off Brennan. It will be a throw into Coventry. Up it goes towards Jack Downs, met in the air by Earls. The space opening up in the midfield now. But Liam Reid asking far too much of Jordan Burrows there. Playing it across the right-hand side, but Burrows was a good 15 yards behind it. Coming up to the hour mark. Remains 0-0 between Hinckley Leicester Road and Coventry Sphinx. Punted up by Fallows. It's over Jordan Hayward, cushioned header by Spencer Edwards to find Burrows. And good challenge in by Finley Sharp, slowing down the pace of the move, putting it out for a throw, which Edwards will try and take quickly and get some distance on that one, only onto the head of Draper. Watch. Brown trying to, on the end of that one, couldn't control. Pass between the goalkeeper and Acton. Acton coming away with it. That's Namola trying to make an impact on what could be his last appearance for Coventry Sphinx. Curled left with Dominic Brennan. Lim. Finds Spencer Edwards at right centre back. They started with a back four this afternoon, Hinckley. It looked to have gone back five in the late stages of the first half. Here's Burrows playing right wing back. Dawid Pawlinski seems as if he's preparing. A poorly placed ball collected by Jack Dowds. Looks for Leo Brown. I don't think Brown was expecting it. Cut out by Acton. Gill. And now Callum Mills looking for the ball in. Slide by Percy. Holds him up. Wakefield the target, but flicked away by Castellano. They will come back with Edwards. It's all Hinckley at the moment. Edwards cross. Percy gets there first, but Callum Mills. Lunging by Luke Downs. It will be a free kick. Will there be a card? No doubt the referee got that one right with the awarding of the free kick, but Luke Downs could be heading into the box, and Lewis Guest called over as well. Jamie Draper trying to make his feelings known. The referee only wants to hear from Downs and Guest. Lewis Guest standing in for the suspended Callum Woodward as captain today. And it's just a warning for Luke Downs. But this is a solid opportunity for Hinckley Leicester Road to take the lead and begin their playoff push with momentum on their side. Those are standing over it, but so is Wakefield. Biggest chance of the game so far for Hinckley Leicester Road. Can they take it? Four-man wall awaiting. Referee just checking the wall. And the free kick is this Hinckley's opportunity, and well held by Keelan Fallows. Brennan got it on target, but Fallows was not letting it through. Brown switches the play and finds Jordan Hayward, and straight away Sphinx are on the counter. Hayward couldn't get on the mark as quickly as he would have liked, but now he's got the ball at his feet. Take it on Burrows. Has he took it too far? Yes, he has. Out for the goal kick, but Sphinx still look dangerous. And with 27 minutes left, Sphinx are more than happy with this draw. Long ball towards Reid. Draper cushions it towards Luke Downs. Wakefield steamed in to try and bring it back, but now it's with Joe Lynn in the central midfield. Spencer Edwards. Castellano flicks it away from Reid. Burrows keeps it in Hinckley possession. Rolls across Reid to Brennan. Trying to poke it through the back line for Liam Reid. May have took a deflection of a Sphinx on the way through. That's why Fallows was so quick to stop it from going over the line. In the game at Walsall Wood, it is still Walsall Wood 0, AFC Rushden Diamonds 1. Bodmere 0, Rugby 1. So both Rugby and Rushden doing what they need to do in their battle against relegation. Did that ball go out from Spencer Edwards in his own backyard? Yes, it did. He was a bit too cautious there, waiting for the ball to fall in the perfect position to volley it up, but it had already bounced over the line by the time he made contact. And Lytown are in front again at home to Cambridge through Matt Funge, cementing Sphinx's 16th place. Dancing feet from Ashton Namola, trying to put it through the legs of Dominic Brennan. And Brennan comes away with it, switches the play over to Gill. Held up by Percy, now looking for a route around the right back. Wakefield. Lynn looking for an option on the halfway line. Plays it short with Earls. Wakefield's going to make a run, and Wakefield will get there shoulder to shoulder with Draper, and Draper just barges Wakefield off the ball and out for the goal kick. A reminder of the league standings at the moment. As it stands, Spalding are champions by just 1 point, but they are 7-0 up in their game. They won't be giving that lead up. So they are champions. Gresley are down on 26 points. They are losing. There's nothing they can do now, especially due to the goal difference. Rushton on 32. Rugby on 32 with a 2-goal difference lead. Then comes Cambridge with a 6-goal difference lead over Rushton, and Sphinx on 33 points with a 10-goal lead over Rushton on goal difference if they were to fall behind. So as it stands, Sphinx are more than safe. And Sphinx are preparing a change. It looks like Antonio Cristofaro is getting ready to make an appearance. Change up front. Callum Earls. Option at the far post. It falls to Jordan Burrows to strike. Burrows curls it over the woodwork. Golden opportunity for Hinckley. In that position, with the ball at his feet, you would have bet your house on him to hit the net from there. I must admit, I was just waiting to see that net rustle. They just whistled over the crossbar. And Sphinx, are they ready to make their alteration now? Keelan Fallows is going to take the kick, so the change will have to wait. Fallows flicks on with the head of Brown, owing to the feet of Edwards, who gets away to Alfonso Castellano. Jack Downs receives from Castellano. Here's Luke Downs. Shorrock in close proximity and finds Finley Shorrock. Jack Downs, he was a bit too quick with that ball, collected by Edwards. Brennan caught in the challenge by Jack Downs as Castellano retrieved the loose ball, and now the referee is going to make the change. And it is Alfonso Castellano who will leave the field, and Antonio Cristofaro will head on for his first appearance in a good old while. Well, Cristofaro makes his way onto the field, and Castellano has been a vital figure in this Coventry Sphinx team over the last few months. His season is at an end, and he can be satisfied with the job he's done this afternoon. It is an attacking move from Coventry Sphinx. Cristofaro is an attacking midfielder, but it looks like at the moment he's going at wing back. Downs with the clearance after the failed free kick from Hinckley. Acton sent high into the sky by Edwards towards that centre circle. Where will it bounce? It bounces onto the head of Hayward. But first to the seconds is Brennan. Switching the play to Gill on the left side. Strolls into Sphinx territory. Earls is up there with him. Earls playing a very attacking game this afternoon, although he's being deployed at centre-back. Then dropping back. Receives from Earls in the midway point. Floats it over to Edwards, who just avoids the trip from Cristofaro. Everyone back for Sphinx. Everyone pushing up for Hinckley. They want to end this season on a high. They don't want to go into the playoffs on the back of 2 draws against the teams in 16th and 17th. It's not always the best team that goes up in the playoffs, it's the team in the best form. Crossing opportunity from the left. It's played into the centre, and it was under hit to Ben Humphreys to Mulder. Possession lost by Sphinx to Lynn, the captain. Came off the bench at half-time. Edwards. Even the centre-back's playing a high line. Edwards urged to shoot by the fans behind the goal. He doesn't oblige and plays into Burrows instead. Now it's back with Edwards. There's no chance of shooting from here on the right-hand side. Back heel to Jordan Burrows. Return to Edwards. Certainly a chance to cross. It's now with Burrows. Make fancy this on his left foot. No, plays it behind to Joe Lynn. Only Leo Brown staying up front for Coventry Sphinx. Earls. Oh, Humphreys fancy it. Edwards, urged to hit it. Dinks it into the air, it's past Wakefield. It forced to Liam Reid, sent out of Reid by Lewis Guest. Quick thinking from the skipper. You see on the bench, they are checking the scores elsewhere to make sure that heroics aren't needed. Spalding now 8-0 leaders at home to Kozel. That's not the most emphatic way to win a title. I don't know what is. A fourth goal for James Clifton. Rugby and Rushden still leading in their respective games against Boldmere and Walsall Wood. Gresley won down at Corby, who did fancy themselves as playoff contenders for much of the season. Brown looking to cut in from the left. Pulls it back, looking for Ashton. The Mortar intercepted by Earls. Hinckley trying to clear their lines here, and they're failing to do so. Luke Downs, surrounded by Hinckley men. The pressure paid up, and a neat slide in by Ashton the Mortar, trapping the ball between his feet and bringing it back for Sphinx. He's got Brown on the left-hand side. Leo Brown, can he find the scope and shoot the fumbles? Jordan Hayward was there, gilded enough to hold him back. Cristofaro back to Brown. Sphinx not done yet. Did that hit the arm of Acton? Yes, it did. It's a free kick. Another yard behind, and Sphinx could have been in penalty country. "20 minutes to go here at the Leicester Road Stadium. Hinckley Leicester Road 0, Coventry Sphinx 0. Sphinx, as it stands, 1 point clear of the drop zone in 16th place. 20th and 19th go down, so Sphinx still have a couple of teams as buffers between them and Rushden, who are in the last relegation place. Ashton the Mortar from just a yard outside the box. He's got Cristofaro in close proximity towards that near post, and it's handed away as far as Liam Reid. Brennan will finish it off, and now the counter is on for Edwards. Waiting for that ball to land at his feet. Shark snatched it away, but he can only run into the path of Don Brennan. Wakefield. Spencer Edwards, high one. Straight onto a sky blue shirt. Jamie Draper, who nods it clear. Brown the target, a great touch from Brown. Cristofaro plays it safe into the centre circle with Luke Downs. Hinckley still with a high intensity, closing down everything Sphinx have got. Mortar wants a free kick. He was nudged over off the ball. Referee says nothing doing. Sphinx continue. Sharrock looks for the high one to Jack Downs. Finds Downs. Lovely back heel to Cristofaro. And a slide in by Spencer Edwards. Takes it after a throw on this near side. Great spirit, great desire from Coventry Sphinx. And Mortar is struggling here with his boot, I believe. The Sphinx are going to continue. Sharrock looking to flick it through, but Cristofaro couldn't find him. With Lewis Guest straight into the penalty area, no one home, and bounces safely to Will Highland. You're right in saying that only one save has been made in this entire game, and that was Keenan Fallows. We're out of time here at the Leicester Road Stadium. Through by Reid. Draper sends that one over the TPD stand on the far side. And we're going to need another match ball. At this stage of the season, match balls are at a premium. You're only given a set amount at the start of the year. You've got that until the season's end. Some of the shooting we've seen this season, plenty have been lost. Wonder how many have been found. Volleyed into relative safety by Joe Percy. Brown being held from behind by Acton. The referee gives the free kick. Almost like Acton had Brown in a full Nelson. WrestleMania was last month, folks. It's still 0-0 in the Sky Bet Championship between Blackburn Rovers and Coventry City, but the Sky Blues are a man down. Liam Kitching with his third red card in the space of 3 months. Guest is up there. Draper staying relatively defensive as Jack Downs looks for a sky blue shirt in and around the danger zone. Highland sees it coming all the way, leaps like a salmon and brings it down. 15 minutes left of this 2023-24 season. Feels like 5 minutes since our first game of the season, and that defeat in the FA Cup at Stourport Swifts. Offside flag raised against Wakefield as he picked it up on the fringe of the penalty area from Reed. Both sides have made just the solitary change. Follows. The referee gives a free kick against Ashton Namor there. He felt he was being impeded from Lynn from behind. There was a bit of scrapping between the two, waiting for the ball to come in. The referee didn't like what he saw, Mr. Stevenson. So Acton plays it short. We have Tom Brennan. Edwards. Hassled and harried by Cristofaro. It's a great ball down the right side there by Edwards to find Reed. Now Burrows. Humphreys to strike. His path cut off by Jordan Hayward. He may have another opportunity here. He rolls through the penalty area and slid wide by Liam Reed. And Hinckley absolutely fuming. They think it took a touch of a Sky Blue man on the way through. The defender and Reed both lunging in home to get a crucial touch on the ball. Fallows came out with his arms sprawled out. Keenan Fallows with the goal kick from his 6-yard box. Again, the vocal support behind him, reminding him that they're there. It's the sort of thing that Fallows thrives upon. Harry Wakefield. Gill takes it on down the left-hand side. First time ball to Gill. The return from Reed was cut out by the Sphinx defence. And out for a throw-in just into Hinckley territory. Hinckley are dominating possession at the moment, but it's almost as if they're not going full out. Edwards for Humphreys. Humphreys dispossessed by Finley Shark. Now it's with Leo Brown. Oh, he was looking to play it down the left-hand side for Cristofaro. Edwards got a toe in, but it has found Cristofaro now through Ashton Namorda. Cristofaro, now it's with Leo Brown. Can he find a Sky Blue man in the penalty area? No, he can't. Rolls through. And Will Highland, I should say, able to scoop it up. And it's safely back in possession of Hinckley. Edwards on the backside of that right wing. Wakefield tried to scoop it over. Keelan follows, easy pickings for the Sphinx number 1. Follows distribution. Cushion down by Edwards. Just kept in by Burrows. Edwards again. Reed. Congested midfield. Eventually balls over to Lynn. Lewis Guestin with a challenge. Brennan Switches play to Louis Gill. Floated it into the penalty area, and Burrows he seemed interested. He was just a couple of yards behind it as Keenan Burrows brings it into his grateful grasp. We have just 11 minutes left in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands, still scoreless. We've not had many 0-0s this season, but Sphinx would be more than happy with a 0-0. They came here needing a point to mathematically guarantee safety. And although Rushton and Rugby are both winning, they needed to win by, well, Rushton needs to win by 9 goals. They're winning by 1 with 10 minutes to go. So it's safe to say Rushton won't be reaching that mark, and Sphinx, despite that, they've got that point in the bag at the moment. So they're doing exactly what they need to do. And with Quorn failing to beat Bedworth at the moment, Hinckley Leicester Road don't really need anything out of this game, but they're going to go for it. It's Humphreys in the area. Can he get there before the ball goes out? No, he can't. It just trickles away from him. They're a probing thread into the penalty area, and it looks like Hinckley going to make a change. As soon as we see the number on the shirt, we'll let you know who's coming on. It's number 14, that's Aaron Nuttall. Follows away again, headed up by Ashton the Mulder. Where will it land? Onto the head of Edwards. We've got ourselves a game of head tennis here. It's only a short one, as it's eventually brought down by Lynn. Curtis to the left-hand side. Cristofaro doing enough to close the gap. Return to the captain by his opposite skipper in Lewis Guest. Lynn, and a clear push in the back on Joe Lynn by Jack Downs. Free kick on the right side of the box. I'm not entirely sure that was necessary from Jack Downs. Lynn was in a difficult position, and here comes the change now for Hinckley Leicester Road. At least this time we'll see who is leaving the field, because we'll see the player walking off. We didn't see it at half-time, as we just learned that the number 4 for Hinckley Leicester Road, Olcott, wasn't coming back onto the pitch. And I believe it's Harry Wakefield who's heading off. Wakefield replaced by Nuttall for the final 8 minutes. Free kick from Don Brennan. Right towards that far post. Nodded, go down and nodded in! Ben Humphreys with 8 minutes on the clock. Sphinx have held on for so long. In the turn of events, they don't need that point they held. But they would have wanted to go into the summer sunset with a positive result, but Hinckley Leicester Road have been made to wait, but they have got their goal through the free kick on the right-hand side, locked it in by Brennan, headed home by Ben Humphreys, and Hinckley prepare for the playoffs with what will surely be a late winner. But with results, I wouldn't say going Sphinx's way at the moment, because Rugby and Russian are winning, but they're not going as far out of Sphinx's way as needed. And with Cambridge losing 2, Sphinx would stay 16th. Can Sphinx give Hinckley that little bit of a shock, a little bit of a scare at the end? Hooks it into the penalty area, no one home. Highland is just going to calm things down. Leo Brown gives him the hurry up. Right, to finish that, Spalding. Spalding are champions of the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. They have won 8-0 at home to Coleshill Town. Congratulations to the Tulips and best of luck at step 3 next season. Anstey are still winning 2-1 at home to Sutton Coldfield. They will finish second, and as it stands, they will play Quorn, who are drawing 1-1 with Bedworth. Harbour's game coming to a close at home to Loughborough Dynamo. That's ending 6-0 as it stands. So it will be Harbour versus Leicester Road at the moment. With the Harbour game, sorry, the Swansea game at the moment is the only one that's finished. Still got 5 minutes left. And Sphinx know they're safe. They know they don't need to go all out. They don't need an equaliser. And it's finished at Harbour 6-0. It's all over there. Starting to get full-time scores through. We're a little late starting the second half here at the Leicester Road Stadium, and Leo Brown could be through here. In the penalty area for Sphinx, Leo Brown's got to steady himself with a strike. Plenty back now for Hinckley. Jack Downs to Leo Brown. And deflected into the chest of Lynn and cleared by the captain. And now the other end, Aaron Nuttall in a race with Joe Percy, and a great slide in by Percy. Takes it out for the throw-in level with the penalty area. And William Edginguele is going to be Sphinx's final introduction of the season. So the Sphinx don't start conceding crazy numbers at the end, then they are absolutely fine. Throwing level with the penalty area for Hinckley Leicester Road. Well, Gresley have turned it around with 2 late goals at Corby. They lead 2-1, but with Rushton and Rugby winning, it's not enough. They've just scored what will surely be the winning goal. Sadly, although they're going out with a win, they are going down. Here's Edwards. Chip ball towards Burrows, couldn't keep him in the confines of the park, and Sphinx will make change number 3 of the afternoon, who will be replaced. It's Ashton Namora, the final game of his loan spell. He's been there for some crucial moments this season. He's played 87 minutes this afternoon. We hope to see him back at Sphinx next year if he so chooses, but for now, it is goodbye to Ashton Namora. And hello to William Edginguele, who is going up as a makeshift striker. Well, Edginguele and Guest have both failed to score all year, and we're going to need one of the sports to go and fetch the ball here, as it's been headed into the main stand here at the Leicester Road Stadium. Shorrock to Cristofaro. Is there one last sting in this tail? No, overhead kick from Brennan. Was that off the arm of Reed? Yes, it was. The Sphinx have another free kick. Well, Rugby have just secured their safety. They are now 3-0 up at Boldmere St Michael's, taking themselves fairly clear on goal difference. We'll check the official figures in a minute. Luke Downs floats it in, head towards the net and out for the goal kick. I think it was actually Nguele who got his head on that. So yes, Rugby are now 4 goals clear of AFC Rushton and Diamonds. They're level on goal difference, but the comeback of all comebacks from AFC Rushton and Diamonds, who I believe only had 3 points at the turn of the year, now find themselves on 32. It just wasn't enough. That is a real shame, really, for AFC Rushton and Diamonds. They have got themselves at the bottom of the table, but Sphinx's local rivals, Rugby Town, are, as it stands, staying up. And actually, Rugby are now only 5 goals behind Coventry Sphinx and 2 behind Cambridge. Level on points. Burrows. Nuttall down the right. Draper should get there first. Just curls it out. It's just the Harbour and Spalding games who are finished so far. The others are still going on. Edwards' throw goes straight out for the goal kick. Missed Nuttall and Jamie Draper. It's over at Shepshed. They won 3-0 over Sporting Calzo, who have ended the season in abysmal form. Echinguele flicks it onto Hayward. Tried to play it through for William Echinguele, but cut out by Callum Earls. And it's over at the Oval. Bedworth 1, Quorn 1. Hinckley LRFC will finish 4th. That is now confirmed. And Nuttall trying to get through that lovely ball over the back line. Fallows comes out, claims it. Luke Downs. Cristofaro. Shark wants it on the left. Cristofaro goes to Jamie Draper. Shark all the way back to Fallows. We are now into added time. Keenan Fallows. Echinguele nodded down by Earls. It's over at Corby. Gresley have won 2-1, but it's not enough. They are officially relegated. Lynn. Nuttall. Looking for goal number 2 here to put an emphasis on the scoreline. Couldn't find its way through. Joe Percy turns him away. Hayward. Sharp for a route through in the penalty area. Spencer Edwards will try and shepherd it out. Knocked away. It's with Reid. In no rush here, Liam Reid. And Spinks in no rush to stop him. Lynn. Earls. Floating ball over to Gill, but it will go out. Anstey's game is finished. They won 2-1 at Sutton Coldfield. They will finish second behind the champions, Spalding United. But the games that we want to finish at the moment are all still going. Rugby are still going. Cambridge are still going. Rushton are still going. We just need one of those games to finish and survival will be secured. I know at the moment the numbers are in Spinks' favour, but it won't be official until the final whistle blows at one of those games. And it's into the hands of the goalkeeper, Will Highland, who's had a pretty quiet afternoon. We've had 2.5 minutes of added time. Highland looks for Finley Shorrock. Edgewards clears, and now it's with Joe Percy. We're going to float it over the back line. Echinguele, he was close to it, but it's headed back to the keeper by Earls. Highland taking his time. And Rushden have just scored. They're 2-0 up now over Walsall Wood, but it's not enough. Shark away. A little push from Leo Brown on number 7. Referee says no. Thumped away by Earls. Hayward. Was there a push on Jordan Hayward? Yes, there was. And Spinks want to get up the other end. Coming to the end of the 4th minute of added time. The games at Rugby Cambridge and Rushden continue. Sphinx need just one of those games to finish and they will be officially safe, or they could score here and sort it themselves. Draper deflected through and it will be a corner. Sphinx are taking their time, preparing for this. I wouldn't be surprised to see Keenan Fallows come up. Go on, Gaffers, give him permission. Get Keenan Fallows in that area, get him a goal. The referee slowing things down. He wants to see less pushing and shoving in the area. Could be the last chance. Luke Downs to mathematically secure safety. It's a deep one. Draper keeps it in. Spencer Edwards lofts it up. It's over here at Hinckley. Coventry Sphinx came so close to gaining a point and ensuring safety mathematically on their own merit. But as it stands, the games at Rushden, at Rugby and Cambridge haven't yet finished. Gresley are officially down. That's done and dusted. They just need the final whistle to go. And it has gone at Cambridge. That's it. Sphinx are officially safe. Coventry Sphinx have stayed up. They would have loved to do it with a draw here at the Leicester Road Stadium. But despite victories for Rushden and Rugby and the defeat for Cambridge, they weren't enough to take any of those sides above Sphinx, who finished the season in 16th place. They had to crawl over the line due to the amount of injuries they've suffered in the last few weeks, with the lads who have remained dug deep and did everything they can. That point last week against Bournemouth St Margaret's at Sphinx Drive has proved absolutely crucial for the boys in sky blue and white. They will be playing Step 4 next season. Hinckley will be in the playoffs. They'll be taking on Harborough. Best of luck to them. The final score here at Leicester Road Stadium on the final day of the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands season. Hinckley Leicester Road 1, Coventry Sphinx 0, but Coventry Sphinx are safe. Well, that was one tiring season, wasn't it, lads? And it was a very tiring game. Sphinx did everything they could, but that late goal from Ben Humphreys was enough. As Hinckley applaud their supporters. They'll be back here against Harborough. They've still got more football to play, but Coventry Sphinx's job is done. 38 matches, and the final total, if I can get the table up, I think a lot of people are checking now what's going on. The app is very, very busy at the moment. I think they finished on 32 points, as have Cambridge, Rushden and Rugby, but crucially, it is AFC Rushden Diamonds who have been relegated, along with Gresley. Commiserations to them. The highlights of this game will be available probably tomorrow afternoon here on the Sphinx YouTube channel. So all that's left to say is, well, thank you. Thank you for joining us this season. Thank you for your support for Coventry Sphinx on what has been a historic campaign. And on a personal level, I must say, I have thoroughly enjoyed every single minute of this season. And the best thing is, next year, we get to do it all over again at Step 4. So we'll see you at the back end of the summer. Enjoy your, well, I say enjoy, try and get through your few weeks without football. Again, good luck to Hinckley in the playoffs. This is Liam Cook signing off for the final time this season. We'll see you next year.